ॐ शुक्लां वरदं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वोपशान्तये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकीशोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ लक्ष्मीं क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयां श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीं दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां श्रीमन्मन्दकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्रगङ्गाधरां त्वां त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीं सरसिजां वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियाम्। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So today is the auspicious day of Lakshmi Puja according to Bengalis. That is how their Durga Puja ends actually on Lakshmi Puja day. Somebody told me like that long back when I was in intermediate. We had a mathematics lecturer. Her name was Vibhavari Chatterjee. She was a great devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. I accidentally came to know much later. But for 1 year she was there in our college and she told me that Durga Puja ends with Lakshmi Puja and usually they feed people on Lakshmi Puja, etc. Incidentally, even yesterday when I was announcing that tomorrow's chapter is going to be on Samudra Manthana, I had no idea that today is going to be Lakshmi Puja. Only later I saw on Facebook Ramakrishna Math Hyderabad's, what should I say, notification that Lakshmi Puja will be live telecast, etc. So it is yet another symbol of Shri Rama's grace that on Lakshmi Puja day we are going to see the story of Samudra Manthanam, during which Lakshmi Devi is supposed to have been born. So Lakshmi Kshira Samudra Raja Tanayam Shri Ranga Dhameshwarim, as I said in that shloka. So Lakshmi Devi is supposed to have been born during the Samudra Manthanam, So that is the story today. It is nothing but Lakshmi Ji's grace itself. Lakshmi is nothing but Jagan Mata. So it is her grace. But the thing is, her story doesn't come. So the intention of mentioning Kshira Samudra Manthanam in this chapter here is not the story itself. So you will see that many of the things are just skipped. Only some of the things are mentioned. The intention is something else. As we have seen earlier, so they have entered the city called Vishala, and then Rama asked two questions. So you have to minutely observe these two things. So he asked about, what is this Nagari? So if you see in the previous chapter, in this chapter only, I think Shloka 11. So first he asked about Vishala. So Papracha Pranjalit Bhutva Vishalam Uttamam Purim. He says first he asks about what is this Puri, what is the name of the city, what is the city, etc. Then he asks about who's ruling over this place. So Vishwamitra also answers in that order. First he tells, so eventually he will tell this is the Vishala, and then he will tell who's ruling over this place also. So now he is going to start to tell the story of Vishala. So why did the Samudra Manthanam come here? That we will know only next chapter, but I'm just introducing to you so that you might not wonder why Samudra Manthanam suddenly has come up instead of telling about Vishala Nagari. So after Samudra Manthanam, during Samudra Manthanam, at the end of it, there is some Devasura Yuddham, etc. So a lot of Asuras die there, and then Diti, who is the mother of Asuras, in fact, why are they called Sura and Asura? That we will see in today's chapter. So Diti, she will feel a lot hurt that all her children have died, and then she will do some tapasya for some time, and that story, those details will come later. So this is the place where Diti did tapasya. So that's how he wants to introduce the story of Vishala. So for that he's building up so much of introduction, and it's not useless introduction. Obviously it is of some relevance. If Vishwamitra is telling Rama, then obviously it has some meaning, and this is the meaning. He wants to say that this city is where Diti did some tapasya after that Devasura Sangrama, which happened after Samudra Manthanam. Therefore, he is telling the story of Samudra. That is going to give the Samudra Manthanam story, because it is not very incidental. Even if you remember during Kartikeya's story, first he tells Rama in brief, in Ganga Utpatti, etc. He tells him very briefly, but because Rama asks him, he tells in some more detail. So here also, perhaps after this, Rama doesn't ask him for detail, so he doesn't tell so much in detail. He just mentions the story in little detail, not as much as say it is there in Vishnu Purana or Bhagavatam, etc. So we will see, as we have seen 12 shlokas in the previous session. Now we will start with 13th shloka. So Rama has asked Vishwamitra, tell me about this Vishala Nagari and then who's ruling over this place. So Vishwamitra will now start saying. Tasya tadvachanam shrutva. So this is chapter 45. So Panchachatvarimsha Sargaha. We are in the 13th shloka. तस्य तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा रामस्य मुनिपुङ्गवः आख्यातुं तत्समारेभे विशालायाः पुरातनं. So tasya tadvachanam shrutva means Ramasya tadvachanam shrutva, those words of Rama having heard, Ramasya munipungavaha, that great great Muni Vishwamitra, akhyatum tat samarebhe. So tat akhyatum samarebhe, he started telling me what Rama, what he says about Vishalayaha Puratanam. So Vishalayaha, or the alternate Patha is there, Vishalasya is there. So Vishalayaha means, so the story of that Vishala Nagari, that is the meaning. Vishalayaha Puratanam means that very old story. So Puratanam, Tilakakara is telling, Puratanam Tat Puri Nirmitehe Praktanam Vrittantam. So this is so old story that Vishwamitra has started to say, this is so old, even before the city was built, this story happened. That's the meaning. In fact, Vishala Nagari came later, but the story happened even before that. That's why Puratanam. Puratanam means very ancient. So that ancient story, Vishwamitra started telling. Shruyatam Rama Asmin Deshe Hiyad Vrittam Shrunu Tatve Naraghava. Hey Rama, Shruyatam. Shruyatam means please listen. So if already Rama has asked, he's ready to listen. But then again, if he's saying, let me just close this window. So if he's telling once again, listen, it means that listen attentively. So pay attention. This is a very, very great auspicious story. So very attentively you listen. That is the meaning. Shruyatam, hey Rama, please listen. Shakrasya Katham. So Shakrasya Katham means Shakra is Indra. So Indra's story. So there is some relation. Aditi's tapasya and then Indra has some role to play there, etc. So not Aditi, Diti's tapasya and Indra has some role. All that will come later. So he's starting that story. So Shakrasya Katham. So kathayataha, so shrutam kathayataha. Shrutam means as I have heard, that I will tell you. So kathayataha means of me who is telling. So listen from me who is starting to tell you the story. Asmin deshe hi yadvruttam shrunu tatvena Raghava. He Raghava, asmin deshe yadvruttam. So whatever happened in this desha, tat shrunu, tatvena shrunu. So tatvena yadvruttam you can say, or tatvena shrunu. Tatvena means as it is, as it happened, as I have heard, that I will tell you. Hey Raghava, please listen. Purvam Kritayuge Rama Diteh Putra Mahabalaha Aditeshcha Mahabhaga Vidyavanta Sudharmikaha. So Purvam Kritayuge, earlier in Kritayuga, Hey Rama Ditehe Putraha Mahabalaha. So they used to be asan. You should add something like that. So earlier, once upon a time in Kritayuga, Ditehe Putraha Mahabalaha. So Diti had some sons who are very highly powerful. Mahabalaha Putraha Ditehe Asan. Diti used to have very strong children. Aditeshcha Mahabhaga Viryavantaha Sudharmikaha. So Aditeshcha Putraha Mahabhagaha Viryavantaha Sudharmikaha. Aditi's children, they were also so extremely fortunate people, etc. Mahabhagaha Viryavantaha, they also had great prowess, and additionally they are Sudharmika, they are Dharmikas also. So Aditi's children are Devatas, and Diti's children are Danavas. Diti's children are Daityas. So Diti's children, they also had power. Aditi's children also had power, but Aditi's children had dharma also. So they used to wield their power with dharma. Tatastesham naravyagra buddhirasin mahatmanam amara vijaraschaiva tatham syamo niramayaha. So tataha means after they were born. So earlier shloka said, so it means in the earlier shloka that these two, Diti and Aditi, gave birth to these children. And tataha, after their birth, tesham mahatmanam buddhirasid. So buddhirasid. So hey Naravyagra Rama, hey best amongst men. So hey Rama, they got a very wonderful thought. Mahatmanam buddhirasid. Buddhi means here thought. So of those great people, Mahatmas, so Diti's children and Aditi's children, they got a thought one day. What is the thought? Amara vijaraschaiva katham syamo niramayaha. So how can we become? So katham syamaha, how will we become? Amaraha. Amaraha means those who do not have death. So maranam, so navidyate, so yesham. So amaraha, that is those who do not have death. So vijaraha, jara means old age. So how will we become those who don't have old age? And then niramaya. Amaya means roga, etc. So illness, sickness, etc. How will we become those who do not have sickness? So they wanted to be free of death, old age, and sickness, and they were wondering how will we accomplish that. Tesham chintayatam tatra buddhirasid vipashchitam kshirodamathana krutva rasam prapsyam tatravai. So tesham chintayatam vipashchitam. So to those people who were thinking like this, chintayatam vipashchitam also they were thinking, that's the meaning. Or here you can say they were intelligent people. They are Kashyapa Prajapati's children, so they knew the idea also how to achieve that. They knew. So vipashchitam tatra buddhirasi. Tatra means so tasmin deshe, wherever they were there at that time. So they got this wonderful idea. What is the idea? Kshiroda mathanam krutva rasam prapsyama tatravai. So kshiroda, uda means water, kshiroda means milk. Milk is the water for which ocean. So that is kshiroda. So the kshiroda, that is that milky ocean, you know. So kshiroda mathanam krutva, we will, mathana means churning. We will churn the kshira sagara, and then rasam prapsyama. Rasam here is amrutam. So the essence, you know, if you churn milk, so the essence, which is butter, comes out. And churn milk means milk has to turn into curd, and then you have to churn the curd, etc. Then butter comes out. So rasam here means essence. In that way you should take. So rasam here, and then specifically it means amrutam. Rasam prapsyama, we will obtain that amrutam, and then tatravai. So prapsyama tatravai means there itself, that is in kshira sagara itself, you will get that amrutam, and then you will drink. That's the meaning. ततो निश्चित्य मथनं योक्त्रं कृत्वा च वासुकिं मन्थानं मन्दरं कृत्वा ममन्तुरमितौजसः ततः निश्चित्य. Thereafter they have decided, okay, the solution to our to churn this ocean. So ततः निश्चित्य they have now decided to churn. So I'm audible now. So they say that so they decide that Vasuki, which is the king of serpents, who has, they say, 1,000 heads, etc. So that Vasuki, we will make yoktram. Yoktram means that rope with which they have to churn. So if you have observed how butter, etc. is churned, today we use that, you know, that churning rod is used, which with hands we churn. But back then, if you have to churn a lot of curd, so they put that curd in a pot, and then they put a huge yoktra, that is a thamba they put, and then with the rope, they tie rope around it, and then they churn it. So that is the idea behind this churning the milky ocean. So what they decide is they have to keep some rod, and they need some rope. You know, you people know the story. But anyway, yoktram krutvacha vasukim. So vasuki, they make the yoktra. Yoktra is that rope which is used for churning. And then manthanam mandaram krutva. So mandaram manthanam krutva, that is Mandaragiri, Mandara Parvata, they make that churning rod. They have to put it in the ocean and churn, you know. So Mandaragiri, so that mountain Mandara, they decide to have as the churning rod. And then Mamanthuhu Amitaujasaha. So Mamanthuhu, they started churning. And Amitaujasaha, one of the Tikakara is telling, Amitaujasaha means those who have great prowess that you can take. So Amitaujasaha, so that is they have the power, enough power to materialize their desire. Their desire is such a big thing that they have to bring out Amritam. So their power is so strong that they can materialize the desire also. That is the significance of using Amitaujasaha here. So Kshirosagar Mathanam is a famous story, all of you know, and then there is a lot of spiritual significance also added to it. Especially young people should be reading this essay, small essay, maybe of 10 pages or something, written by Swami Ranga. It's actually a transcript of his talk, Swami Ranganathanandaji's talk, called The Spiritual Significance of Samudra Manthan. I don't know if it is specifically available, but it is in one of his Eternal Values for Changing Society. There are 4 volumes of his talks and essays like that, called Eternal Values for a Changing Society. In that, either in the first or third volume, they should be there, Spiritual Significance of Samudra Manthan. This should be read by youngsters. Youngsters is, as in, even so, I am in my 20s, late 20s, so even I am not young for that. So it has to be inculcated at a very early stage. I am talking about school and college. It's not something very simple, but then it has to be inculcated at that time. So I'm diverting a little, but just saying this, when I was in school in 9th or 10th class, I remember in textbook, English textbook, we had an essay called Knowledge and Wisdom by, I think, Bertrand Russell. So if in 9th and 10th class, something like that, so if they could keep an essay by Bertrand Russell, they can definitely keep this abridged form of the spiritual, significance of Samudra Manthan. The language is much more simple than Bertrand Russell's language. So I remember it to be Bertrand Russell, maybe it's somebody else also, I know, somebody of that stature. So they can keep Ranganathanandaji's essay like that in school or in intermediate, something like that. It's a very beautiful essay that youngsters will like a lot. And then, of course, the spiritual significance is anyway there for Samudra Manthanam. And then lot of yogic significance is given, so that Mandara Parvata is nothing but the spinal cord, and then Vasuki, is nothing but the Kundalini which is moving, and then the churning sound is nothing but the sound of the breath, etc. A lot of beautiful meanings are given to that. And also in an adhyatmic way, it has great significance. That is nothing but nididhyasanam, manthanam that you are doing. So mananam and nididhyasanam more effective, more specifically, that is you are kind of actualizing the teachings that Vedanta has given to you. All that significance is there, but of course here it's just the story part, but then always it's good to remember the symbolic meanings also sometimes. So anyway, manthanam, so mandaram manthanam krutva mamantuhu, they started churning. अथ वर्षसहस्रेण योक्त्र सर्पशिरां सिच वमन्तोति विषं तत्र ददंशुत् दशनैः शिलाः. So as you remember, as you know, so the first thing that came out during the manthanam is visham. So even when we are churning out our experiences during nididhyasanam, all the unpleasant experiences first come out. So it's something like that. So the visham came out first. So atha varshas, atha means thereafter, that is when they started churning. Varsha sahasrena, after 1,000 years, what happened? Yoktra sarpa shiramsi ativisham vamantaha. So yoktra sarpa, that is the sarpa which is used as the yoktram. So that from that Vasuki's head, that Vasuki which is being used as the churning rope. So sarpa shiramsi, from the many heads. So plural is used. So from the many heads, Vasuki is supposed to have, I think, 1,000 heads or something like that. So from the 1,000 heads of Vasuki, so ativisham vamanta. Ativisham means so ativisham means atishaitam visham, that is so very strong poison. So it came out. Vamantaha means as though that serpent spit out or vomited out poison from its head. Because of that friction, it is being rubbed against that mountain, so it had some discomfort. So because of that, it started spitting out the poison. And where did it spit out? It spit out on the shilas of that Mandaragiri. So there are many boulders, etc. on Mandaragiri. That poison went and spit out on that. So shilaha dadamshuhu. So dashanaihi shilaha dadamshuhu. That Vasuki, what did it do? It spit out poison, and that poison, it went and what should I say? So damshana means biting actually. So dashanaihi shilaha dadamshuhu. That is through its fangs it went and as though bite those boulders, etc., which are there on the Mandaragiri. That is, it spit out its. So while spitting out the poison, it was biting those boulders, etc., which is there on Mandaragiri. Utpapatagni sankasham halahala mahavisham tena dagdham jagat sarvam sadeva asuramanusham. So utpapatati sankasham, agni sankasham halahala mahavisham. So papata means it fell. Utpapata means it fell high. That is, it shoot up, you can say, So it shoot up from that act. What happened? Halahala mahavisham utpapata. So halahala, that great poison, very strong poison called halahala, it came out, it shoot out. And then how was that poison? It was agni sankasham. It was like fire. If the poison dosage is very strong, then it starts burning. Tena dagdham jagat sarvam sadevasura manusham. So it started because of the heat of that poison or the strength of the poison. The world was getting, entire world, sarvam jagat dagdham, entire world was getting burnt. So sadeva, entire world means, so the world of the asuras, the world of the devas, and then the world of the manusha. So all the three worlds were being burnt by that fire that came out of that halahala mahavisham. Then we know the story. Atha deva mahadevam shankaram sharanarthinah jagmuh pashupatim rudram trahi titushtuvuhu. So atha devaha. So when that atha means thereafter, that is when that poison halahala visham came out, devaha, all the devatas, mahadevam shankaram sharanarthinah. So jagmuhu. So they went to Mahadeva Shankara. They went to that Shankara. What kind of, and how did they go? Sharanarthinaha. So they went seeking refuge from him. So Jagmuhu, Pashupatim, Rudram. So Pashupati, so Tilakakara or somebody is very nicely explaining these things. Pashupati means one who rules over Nandi, etc., and all the animals. And then Rudram, he's also passive, so he is a Shantamurti also at the same time. The result of quote unquote enjoy gives a sense of pleasantness, but then when we have to suffer the results of our papa karmas, then the person who's sending those results seems to be very. So if we have to suffer the results of our papa karmas, the same Ishvara appears to us as Rudra. So that Rudra Pashupati, so Sharanarthinaha Jagmuhu, they went. So those people, these devatas who were seeking refuge, they went and under him, and then Trahi ti tushtuhu. So Trahi means protect us, save us. So Trahi ti tushtuhu means they were praising him. Very nice praise of Shankara here. All the others praise him because they are seeking help. So this Trahi very Potana Bhagavatam. So the very colloquial uses all of Shiva running to, and the Shiva Parshadas are shopping. And this is there in Potana's Bhagavatam. In the Mula Bhagavatam, this is not there, I suppose. So it seems they're going to, when the Parshadas are stopping them, so they push them away and say, Kuyo Murro, they shout like that. Even in local language, Murro, they are shouting like that. So they also anyway, they go and search and go and seek effect. एवं मुक्तस्ततो देवैर्देवदेवेश्वरः प्रभुः प्रादुरास्तोत्रैव शङ्खचक्रधरो हरिः उवाचैनं स्मितं कृत्वा. Oh, you are not able to hear? Okay.
A lot of breaks.
Okay. Let me see. Maybe I will connect my, what should I say, hotspot.
I don't know if others are having the problem.
I am also facing the problem, but I thought I'm in Vilway, so it is from my end.
Let me see. I'm just connecting to my hotspot. Hopefully, it should be fine. Okay, let's see how it goes. एवमुक्तस्ततो देवैर्देवदेवेश्वरः प्रभुः प्रादुरासीत् ततो त्रैव शङ्खचक्रधरो हरिः उवाचैनं स्मितं कृत्वा रुद्रं शूलधरं हरिः देवतैर्मध्यमाने तु यत्पूर्वं समुपस्थितं तत्त्वदीयं सुरश्रेष्ठ सुराणामग्रतो हि यत् अग्रपूजामिह स्थित्वा गृहाणेदं विषं प्रभो. So एवमुक्तः ततः देवदेवेश्वर प्रभुः प्रादुरासीत्. So eva muktaha means trahi iti eva muktaha. So these devatas are going, and so they are going in search of Shiva and saying trahi protect us. So eva muktaha. So he who has been addressed thusly. So eva muktaha tataha means thereafter, that is after being addressed by them or sought help by them. Deva deveshwaraha devaihi eva muktaha. So having been addressed to thusly by devatas, Deva deveshwaraha prabhuhu. So that Prabhu Lord, who's Deva deveshwaraha. So he is the Ishvara of devatas. So there are devatas, so devas are there, and this Ishvara is the Ishvara of those devas also. So Deva deveshwaraha prabhuhu pradurasit is suddenly he appeared there. So pradurasit, and then atraiva shankachakradharo harihi. So pradurasit tataha atraiva shankachakradharo harihi. So there the same place again this Hari also, that is Vishnu also appeared. So he also pradurasit. So Atraiva in the same place, Shankachakradharo Harihi. This Hari who was holding Shankha and Chakra, he also appeared. See, Hari, Vishnu is very, very intelligent. See what he is telling Shiva. So, Uvachainam Smitam Krutva Rudram Shuladharam Harihi. Harihi Uvacha. So Hari, this Vishnu, spoke the following words. To whom? So, Enam Rudram Shuladharam. To this Rudra who was holding Shula. So, that to the Shula Pani Rudra, Hari is telling Smitam Krutva. So, he gave a small smile. Vishnu gave a small smile. So he is smiling because you can interpret his smile in many ways. He is smiling because so these devatas have started. It's a very cunning smile. Okay, devatas have started churning amrutam, but they got visham, and then they might ask me to start drinking. So better I ask Shiva first. So Smitam Krutva, he gave a small smile, and then he says the following words to Shiva. What is he telling? Devatair madhyamanetu yat purvam samupasthitam tat tvadiyam. Hey Surashreshta, hey best amongst devatas. Devatai Madhyamane. So while these devatas were churning, yet Purvam Samupasthitam, that which came out first. So the first thing that came out in the Samudra Mantana was Visha. So that which came out first, Tat Tvadiyam. See, whatever came first, that we are offering to you, it belongs to you, he is telling. So yet Purvam Samupasthitam Tat Tvadiyam. So whatever has come first, that is for you. Why? Because you are Surasreshta. You are the best amongst devatas. And then Suranam Agratoho Agratohiyat. So you are Suranam Agrataha. Agrataha means so Agrataha here is so that Hetu he's showing. So why it belongs to you? Because you are Agraha. So Agrataha means because you are the Agra for all these devatas. Therefore, so Agra Pujyam, he's telling Agra Puja Miham. So Agra Puja Miha Sthitva Grihana. So you are Suranam Agraha. Therefore, this Agra Puja, first puja this is. So Agra Puja usually is done to the eldest one. So whoever is the eldest, he is offered. The first offering is given to him. So this is Agra Puja. So please take this Visham. See, Vishnu is goading him to take Visham. So Agra Puja Miha Sthitva Grihana. So here Sthitva means you don't run away from here. You stand here and you drink this poison as Agra Puja, the first offering which is being given to you. So what is he asking to drink? Visham. So hey Prabhu. So Visham Grihana. So this Visham you please drink. So you please consume it. That's the idea Vishnu is suggesting. And then we know famously, which is not here, but then Shiva also is a very, very, very kind. Ashutosha, he's called. Very easily he's pleased, and then he's ready to drink the poison. Though that story is not here. I mean, he drinks the poison, that comes later, but it seems he tells Bhavani Devi. So Bhava and Bhavani. Bhavani means the wife of Bhava. So Bhavani, he tells, see, these people are coming and asking me to drink poison. There is a beautiful. So I will tell you anyway. So these people are coming and asking me to drink poison. They are all our children, so if I drink poison, world will be saved. So I think I should drink the poison. And then Parvati Devi also tells, yeah, please consume. So in Bhagavatam, there is a nice shloka, I don't remember. So Bhagavatam, so Prabhavagyan Vamodata. So she accepted. She also, encouraged Shiva to drink that poison. Why? Anvamodata means she encouraged his idea. Why? Because she's Prabhavagnya. She knows the Prabhava. So knows the Prabhava of whom? So generally it said she knows the Prabhava of Shiva. Shiva is a great person. He can consume this poison that way. Or Prabhavagnya, she knows her own Prabhava. Okay, so I know my husband will not die. So that way, there is a very nice. It seems when this story is there in Bhagavatam, that Shiva tells Parvati Devi that I am going to consume, and Parvati Devi also Anvamodata, she agreed. So in Mula Bhagavatam, this is there. In Potana's Bhagavatam, there is a very nice description here. It seems when Parikshit, Shuka is telling Parikshit this story. Some stories in Bhagavatam, directly Shuka is telling Parikshit. Some stories, Shuka is telling Parikshit that somebody else told this to somebody else. So all that is there, but the story directly Shuka is telling Parikshit. So then Parikshit gets a doubt, so that I am reading out to you at the cost of taking some extra time. It's a very nice 2 padyams in Bhagavatam. So Parikshit gets a doubt. The doubt is, so Amaran Lokahitarthamanchu Bhavundo Augakayanchadebo. So for Bhava means Shiva. So let me first read out the padyam. Amarul Bhitini Mringave Anirivo Amboja Garbhadulun Tamu Gavan Hara Lemmu Lemmanirivo Tajuji Kanganta Ayuma Praneshwaru Etlum Ringamane Ayugranala Jwalalan. So Parikshit gets a doubt. See, Shiva, he's a foolhardy person. He was ready to consume. So Shiva is telling, this Visham is coming, I will consume it. So he is ready to consume because he is foolhardy. These devatas are coming and telling him consume poison because they are in fear. So they want somebody to protect them. So they are telling consume poison. Brahma and others, they are also in fear. If this whole Jagat gets burned, then we will also get burned out of fear. They are also saying, Shiva, okay, begin, start. So they are saying, Lemmu, Lemmu. So start consuming, don't delay. But this Uma Devi, how did she allow her own husband to drink poison? Parikshit gets this doubt. Even after seeing this poison that is, consuming all the three worlds, is consuming, how did she get the heart to ask her own husband to drink this great poison? Parikshit gets that doubt, and then Shuka very nicely replies, Bringedivadu Vibhundani, Bringedidiyu Garalamaniyu Melani Prajakun, Bringumane Sarvamangala, Mangala Sutramun Enta Madinamminado. So Shuka Maharshi says, the Sarvamangala, she knows very nicely that the person who's consuming it is Shiva, her own husband, and the thing that he's consuming is also not Coca-Cola or something but poison. She knows that also, and then she knows that by consuming this is for the welfare of the entire world. And but still she said, why? Because she's Sarvamangala. So for all women, for the sake of their sake of the welfare of their husbands, they pray to her. So Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Devi Narayani Namostute. This shloka is always uttered even before Mangala Sutra Dharana, etc. It is uttered. So Sarva Mangala, she Sarva Mangala Mangalya she is. So that Sarva Mangala Devi, she had such great faith in her own Mangala Sutra. That's why she agreed to Shiva drinking the poison. He said this is there in Potana Bhagavatam. And then just because I have said so much, let me just quote to you from the author of Saundarya Lahari. What is the shloka? So Sudhamapyaswadya, I may not remember entirely. Sudhamapyaswadya pratibhaya jaramrityu harinim vipadyante vishve vidhishata makhadyaha divishadaha Karalam yat kshvelam kabalitavataha kalakalana nashambhos tanmulam tava janani tatanka mahima. There the author of Saundarya Lahari says, so like Potana has said here that it is Mangala Sarvamangala Devi's Mangala Sutram's Mahima. So here the author is telling it is Tatanka Mahima, the greatness of Devi's, Tatanka is earrings. So earrings generally, if the husband dies, they don't wear earrings anymore, they say like that. So if something has to happen to Shiva, then she has to remove those earrings, So but then what are her earrings? Her earrings are Surya and Chandra, which is Kala itself. So those earrings are so strong that they will never have to be removed. So therefore Shiva's, because of the strength of Devi's earrings, he remained. So there the author very nicely says, these Brahma and other devatas, even after drinking Amritam at the time of Pralayam, there is an end to them also. Even if they drank Amritam, they are dying at the time of, dying in quotes, at the time of Pralaya. But look at your husband, even after consuming great, so Karalam yet Kshvelam Kabalitavataha, even after drinking that great all-consuming poison, he consumed it. And then nothing happened to him. So Nashambhoho Tanmul, so Nashambhoho, so to Shambhu, that Shiva, nothing happened to him, because Tanmulam, the reason for that is Tava Janani Tatanka Mahima. The greatness of your Tatanka is such that even after consuming poison, nothing happened to Shiva, he says. Anyway, so here that story that going and asking Bhavani, all that is not there. Here, so instead of Narayani, Narayana is goading him, drink karke. Hari is telling Shiva that you please consume this. See, the reason is, so when we are in distress, the first people we think about are our parents. So Vishnu might be the ruler, Vishnu might be the ruler of this Jagat, but then Shiva and Parvati, Jagataha Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro. So all devatas ran to Shiva first because he is the father and mother. That's why they also agreed. So even Sarvamangala Devi agreed, because for the sake of children. Okay, for the sake of children, you consume it. Nothing will happen to you. I will take care. My Mangala Sutram is strong. She has that faith. So anyway, so Agra Puja Miham Sthitva Gruhan Edam Visham Prabho. So Vishnu very nicely he says that, and then he's afraid maybe Shiva will tell. So all this I am adding some masala, but then that is there. That shloka is there. He's afraid maybe Shiva will say, why me? Why not you consume? So immediately Vishnu is disappearing also. Ityuktvacha Surashreshtaha Tatraivantaradhiyata. That Surashreshtaha Vishnu Harihi Ityuktva, having said those words to Shiva, Tatraivantaradhiyata, immediately he disappeared. There itself he disappeared. Devatanam bhayam drishtva shrutva vakyam tusharanginah halahalam visham ghoram sanjagraham mritopamam. So Devatanam bhayam drishtva, the Shiva looked at the Devatas, they were all very scared, terrified. In fact, Devatanam bhayam drishtva, Shrutva vakyam tu sharnginaha sharngi sharngathara we say Vishnu. So that bow of Vishnu is called Sharanga. So Sharngi means one who holds that Sharanga bow, you know. So Sharnginaha vakyam Shrutva, having heard those words of Vishnu. So halahalam visham ghoram sanjagraha. So this ghoram halahalam visham, that great poison of halahala, sanjagraha. Sanjagraha means he took and consumed. That's the meaning. In fact, in Bhagavatam, etc., it is said he consumes. I don't know if it's there in Mula Bhagavatam, but then I don't remember. So he turns the entire that what should I say, ball of so the entire visha, he consumes it as though a small ball of whatever sweet or something, coconut laddu he's eating, a small ball he eats, and then we know it stays in his throat and he's become he's called so in Karnataka there's a place near Mysore called Nanjundeshwara. So that is the Shiva who consumed poison. So anyway, that story we know. Hala halam visham ghoram sanjagraha. That great hala hala visham, the Shiva consumed it. And how did he consume? Amrutopamam. To this visham is burning everybody, but to Shiva he is consuming it like amruta. So Shiva is supposed to be jnani. That's why they say. So all unpleasant circumstances also he is able to take as though it is just what should I say? Just as welcome as the pleasant circumstances. This is the essence of Ranganathanandaji's lecture also on Samudra Manthan, that it so knowledge has to, that is the essence, crux of what he tries to say there. So knowledge, and then he tries to put it in the terms of education and things like that also. That's why I say young children should read it. So knowledge is something that has to enable you to welcome all of life's experiences. So Shiva consuming poison is symbolic of that. So Shiva is supposed to be a great jnani who welcomes Amrita and Visha equally. So Amrutopamam he had so halahalam sanjagraha, he consumed halahalam like it was amrita. So amrutopamam hala, so sanjagraha, so amrutopamam, like amrita he consumed this great halahalam. And then devan visrijya devesho jagama bhagavan haraha. So after consuming, Shiva did not stand there and then see he didn't expect them to thank or anything like that. So devan visrijya, he left those devatas to their task, he left them there. Deveshaha, this ruler of all devatas, jagama bhagavan haraha. So this bhagavan haraha Shivaha jagama, he went back. So Tilakakara or somebody is telling, he went back to the Amrita Saras wherever he stays. So he went back to that Kailasa, etc. So Devan Visrijya Deveshaha Jagama Bhagavan Haraha. Tato Devasuras Sarve Mamanthu Raghunandana Pravivesha Kapatalam Manthanah Parvatottamaha. So Tato Devasuras Sarve Mamanthu. So thereafter, after that consuming of poison, all that is over, again they started continuing that churning. So Tato Devasuraha Sarve Devasuraha Mamanthu. Again they were continuing to churn He Raghunandana. And then what happened? Praviveshatha Patalam Manthanaha Parvatottamaha. That Parvatottamaha, that Mandaragiri, which was used as the Manthana, that is the churning rod, that Patalam Pravivesha. So it entered into, so it sank down. It sank down as though it went up to Patala Loka, it went away like that, it sank down. Then Tato Devas Sagandharvas Tushtur Madhusudanam Tvamgati Sarva Bhutanam Visheshena Divaukasam Palayasman Mahabaho Girimudhartumarhasi. So Tato Devaha, so these devatas, when the Tataha means when that mountain sank down, Devaha Sagandharvaha, devatas along with Gandharvas, Tushtuhu Madhusudanam. This time they went to Madhusudana, which is Vishnu. So Tushtuhu means they praise that Vishnu. What they say? Tvamgatihi Sarva Bhutanam. So you are the refuge, ultimate refuge for all living beings. Visheshena Divaukasam, and specially to devatas, you are the ultimate refuge. Palayasman Mahabaho, hey Mahabaho, hey Vishnu of mighty arms, Palayasman. So Asman Palaya, so protect us, so save us from this tragedy. Giri Muddhartum Arhasi, how should you protect us? So Giri Muddhartum Arhasi, you should lift up this mountain, Mandaragiri, which has sank down. Hey Vishnu, please lift it up. Iti Shrutva Hrishikeshah Kamatham Rupamastitaha Parvatam Prushthatah Krutva Shishye Tatrodadhau Harihi. Iti Shrutva Hrishikeshaha. Hrishikesha is so Hrishikesha means Lord of the senses. That is the meaning. So Hrishikeshaha. So Iti Shrutva. Iti means those words of words of Devata Shrutva. Kamatham Rupamastitaha. Kamatham means Kamatha. Kamatha means tortoise. So Kamatham Rupamastitaha, he took the form of a tortoise, and then Parvatam Prishtataha Krutva. So this Parvatam, this Mandaragiri, he put it on his Prishtha. Prishtha is on the back. So the idea is the tortoise has a shell, you know, on the shell that Parvata was placed. Parvatam Prishtataha Krutva Shishye Tatro Dadhau Harihi. Shishye, what's the meaning? Shishye. Just a second. So, Shishye, 1 minute. Shishye Sthitavan. So Parvatam Prishtataha Krutva Sthitavan. He stood there by holding that Parvata on his back. So Parvatam Prishtataha Krutva Shishye Tatra Udadhau. So he stood in that Udadhi, that is in that ocean. So in that ocean here, but not water ocean, Kshirodadhi, that is in that milky ocean. He stood there by holding that Parvata on his back. Parvatagram tu Lokatma Haste Nakramya Keshavaha. Devanam Madhyatastitva Mamantha Purushottamaha. Not only did he, as Kamatha, he standing under the Parvata and holding it, but then he also joined the ranks of Devatas. So Parvatagram to Lokatma Haste Nakramya Keshavaha. That Lokatma, the Atma of entire all these people. So that, what should I say, Antaratma, that Vishnu Keshavaha, who's Keshava. So Devanam Madhyata Sthitva. He stood in the midst of Devatas, and then Hastena Akramya. So Parvatagram Hastena Akramya. He's standing on the Devata's side and he's holding on to the Parvatagram, the top, the cliff of the Parvata, and then he's holding on with his hands. So Hastena Akramya Mamantha Purushottama, that Purushottama Vishnu, he is also helping them churn by holding on to that Parvatagra. See, even below he is holding, and on the top also he is holding and then helping them to churn. अथ वर्षसहस्रेण आयुर्वेदमयः पुमान् उदतिष्ठत् सुधर्मात्मा सदण्डः सकमण्डलुः अथ धन्वन्तरिर्नाम अप्सराश्च सुवर्चसः. So atha varshasahasrena, atha means when this Vishnu also joined the devatas and helped them in churning. Varshasahasrena, after 1000 years, Ayurvedamayaha Puman. This Puman, one particular person who's Ayurvedamayaha, who's the embodiment of life sciences, Ayurveda. So Ayurvedamayaha Puman Udatishtat. So Atishtat means he stood. Udatishtat means he stood on top. That is, he rose from that act. Udatishtat Sudharmatma, great Dharmika. Sadandaha, he had a danda. Sakamandaluhu, he had a kamandalu. So with a danda and kamandalu. So Atha Dhanvantarir Nama. So this Dhanvantari, this Ayurvedamayaha Puman is Dhanvantari. That Dhanvantari, he came up from that churning act. So and then Apsarashcha Suvarchasaha. So actually in Bhagavatam etc. this Dhanvantari comes in the last and he brings the nectar. But here Dhanvantari is coming second. So there are some differences in the story, be that as it may. So Dhanvantari, Ayurvedamayaha Dhanvantari, he came, and then Apsarashcha Suvarchasaha, many Apsaras came. He's going to tell how many Apsaras came. So many Apsaras also came. Suvarchasaha, Apsaras who had great brilliance around them. And then he's explaining the meaning of the word Apsaras. Apsu Nirmathanadev Rasat Tasmad Varastriyaha Utpetur Manujashreshtha Tasmad Apsaraso Bhavan He Manujashreshtha, he best amongst men, he Rama. So Apsu Nirmathanadev Rasat Tasmad Varastriyaha Utpetuhu. So Apsu Nirmathanat, when they were churning that up here means water, but then up you have to take as as Kshira. So Abvikara is Kshira, one of the commentators telling. So cow is drinking water and that it is converting into milk and giving us Kshira, you know, that's why you call. So he is referring up here by Lakshana, they mean milk. So Apsu Nirmathanat, so while churning the ocean, what happened? Tasmad Rasat, so from the essence of that churning of that milk ocean, these Varastriyaha Utpetuhu, they came, these Varastriyaha, very beautiful women, they Utpetuhu, they emerged out of that. He Manujashreshta, Tasmad Apsaraso Bhavan. So therefore their name has become Apsarasa. So Apsarasa means from the up, the rasa of that up, that is milk. So here up means milk. From the rasa, essence of that milk churning, these people rose. That's why they are called Apsarasas. Shashti Kotyo Bhavan, so Shashti Kotyo Bhavan Stasam Apsaranam Suvarchasam Asankhyeya Stuka Kutstha Yastasam Paricharikaha. So he Kakutstha Rama Shashti Kotyaha Abhavan. So Tasam Apsaranam, so Shashtihi Kotyaha Abhavan. So 60,000 Apsarasas came out of that, emerged out of that Manthana. Abhavan means they came. Abhavan means they were, that is they came out of that. And then Tasam Apsarasanam Suvarchasam Asankhyeyastu Kakutstha Paricharikaha. So so tasam apsarasanam shashtihi kotyah bhavan. So of those apsarasas, 60,000 people emerged, and then tasmat so tasam paricharikaha asankhyeyaha. So two, on the other hand, 60,000 apsarasas came, but on the other hand, their paricharikas, that is their servants, their handmaids, of those apsarasas. How many of those they came along with their handmaids, those apsarasas, and how many of them were there? Asankhyeyaha. The apsarasas themselves are 60,000. Even if you assume each one, so each one has one or two, that itself makes them a lot. But then many asankhyeyaha, paricharikaha, their handmaids, many. So these apsarasas, 60,000 apsarasas, came along with their own countless handmaids. नतास्म प्रतिगृह्णन्ति सर्वे ते देवदानवाः अप्रतिग्रहणादेव तावै साधारणा स्मृताः. So natasma pratigrihnanti sarve devadanavaha. These devatas and danavas, so none of them wanted any of these apsarasas. Specifically, none of them wanted. That is natasma pratigrihnanti. Nobody accepted those apsarasas for themselves. That is, everybody thought these are sadharana. That is, they are common to both of us and common to every one of us. None of us will specifically have. So nobody chose them. Nobody. So pratigrihnanti. So nataha sma nataha pratigrihnanti sma. So nobody chose them specifically. Apratigrahanadeva tavai sadharana sma. Because nobody chose them specifically, apratigrahanadeva. So taha sadharana sma. Sadharana means they are common for both devatas and asuras. So Tikakaras are pointing out, and I think it is there in Bhagavatam also like that. So why nobody chose them? Because they didn't want to be chosen by anybody. Those apsarasas did not want to be chosen by any of them specifically. They wanted to remain as a specific class which serves the purposes of both of them, both devatas and danavas. The other things, Uchchaishrava, I think Uchchaishrava will be mentioned here. Uchchaishravas was taken by Bali, the king of devatas there, and then Airavata comes out, that is taken by Indra. First, actually, according to Bhagavatam, after Visham, Surabhi, that Dhenu Surabhi comes out. That Surabhi is taken by Maharshis, and then Uchchaishravas comes, and Vishnu tells Indra, keep quiet, let Asuras take Uchchaishravas. So Uchchaishravas is taken by them, and then like this. So Airavata comes, then Kaustubhamani, then Lakshmi Devi, then Apsarasas come, and then one more thing. What is that? So Varuni also comes. Sura comes. That will be mentioned here. Ultimately, Amritam will come. Anyway, so nobody specifically chose those apsarasas because those apsarasas themselves did not want to be specifically chosen by anyone. They wanted to be independent, and therefore sadharana. Sadharana here is they are independent. They do not belong to anybody in particular. Varunasya tatah kanya varuni Raghunandana Utpapata Mahabhaga Margamana Parigraham. So Tataha, thereafter, after the Apsarasas, so Varunasya Kanya Varuni, he Raghunandana, Varunasya Kanya, the daughter of Varuna, by name Varuni Utpapata, she emerged, she came out of that Mahabhaga, that very beautiful to see Mahabhaga, Margamana Parigraham. So this Varuni looked for somebody specifically, somebody has to choose me, she looked for it, Parigraham Margamana. Margamana means she was searching, so searching for somebody who can accept her. Ditesh putra natam rama jagruhur varunatmajam aditestu sutavira jagruhu sutam aninditam. So ditehe putra so ditehe putraha he Rama ditehe putraha natam jagruhu. So jagruhu, that is these Diti's sons, they did not want this Varuni. So Diti's sons did not want her. And then Varunatmajam, this daughter of Varuna, these Diti's sons did not want her. Aditestu Sutavira Jagruhu Tam Aninditam. Aninditam is that blemishless, that Varuni. So these Aditehe Sutaha, the sons of Aditi, they wanted for them. He Veera, he Rama, they wanted this. So this Varuni means Sura. Sura is nothing but what should I say? That alcohol, etc. So that I don't know alcohol what it is, but then that grape wine, they say wine. So wine is Sura. So this Sura came out. So this Varuni is the Adhisthana Devata for that wine. And then Tikakaras are telling this Nishiddha, this Suram na pibet, etc. There are Vaidika mantras that do Nishedha, but those don't apply to Devatas. And then therefore Anindita. And there these Devatas, they accepted this Varuni. असुरास्तेन दैतेयाः सुरास्तेनादिते सुताः हृष्टाः प्रमुदिताश्चासन् Varuni Grahanat Suraha. So because this Sura was not accepted by Diti's children, they are called Asuraha. So Asuraha Tena Daiteyaha. Daiteyaha means Diti's children. Tena means for the reason that they did not accept that Sura, they are called Asuras. Suras Tena Adite Sutaha. Tena means for the reason that they have accepted it, Aditehe Sutaha Suraha. Aditi's children are called Suras because they have accepted that Surah. And then by the reason of accepting that, so Varuni Grahanat, so because they have accepted Varuni, Suraha, Hrishtaha, Pramuditas Chasan. So these Suras became very happy. Hrishtaha, Pramuditaha means so Pramuditaha, I think commentators are telling, so Pulakankita, etc. So they were, they had goosebumps also by accepting this surah, etc. They became very happy in having surah for themselves. Uchchaishrava hayashreshto maniratnam chakaustubham udatishtan narashresht tathevamrutamuttamam. So he skips some other things. He comes ultimately to Amrutam. So in between, he also mentions Uchchaishrava. Uchchaishrava means, as far as I remember, I think the way it is explained is, so Rava means sound, Uchchaihi Rava. That is, it makes a very nice loud sound. That is Uchchaishrava. So Hayashreshta. Haya means horse. Hayashreshta means a very nice, great horse. So Uchchaishrava Hayashreshtaha. Maniratnam cha Kaustubham. A very beautiful mani called Kaustubha that came out. And Udatishtan Narashreshta Tateivamrutam Uttamam. So Udatishtat means it came out. He Narashreshta, he Rama. Along with these things, Amrutam also came out. Tathaiva means in the same way that these things came out, this Amrutam also came out of. So Uttamam, Amrutam, Uttamam, that great nectar also came out. So Atha Tasya Krite Rama Mahanasit Kulakshayaha Aditestu Tatah Putra Diti Putran Ayodhayan. So Atha Tasya Krite means Amrutasya Krite. So thereafter, when that Amruta came up, for the sake of that Amruta, he Rama Mahanasit Kulakshayaha. So because of that, for the sake of that Amruta, great Kulakshaya happened. Kulakshaya means lot of deaths on either side of Asuras and Suras happened. Why? Because they started fighting. Why did they start fighting? So Tikakaras are pointing out, first Varuni came, Varuni was taken by Devatas, Uchchaishravas came, that was taken by these Asuras, and then Kaustubham came, that was taken by Vishnu because he's helping them, and now this Amrutam came. Each one took one. Who will take this Amrutam? They started fighting now. For the sake of Amrutam, they started fighting. Aditestu tataha putra Diti putran ayodhayan. So this Aditehe putraha, the sons of Aditis, so ayodhayan, they fought with Diti's children. Diti putran ayodhayan. That is, they started fighting. These Diti's children and Aditi's children, Devatas and Daityas, they started fighting. Ekatam agaman sarve asura rakshasais saha yuddhamasin mahaghoram veera वीरत्रैलोक्यमोहनम एकताम agaman sarve asuraha rakshasais saha. So these asuras and rakshasas, so ekatam agaman, they came together. These asuras and rakshasas formed one team. Ekatam agaman sarve asuraha rakshasais saha. All the asuras along with rakshasas, they formed one team. And yuddhamasin mahaghoram, he Veera, he Rama, great mahaghoram yuddham. So it ensued. So asit mahaghoram yuddham. Trilokya, Trilokya Mohanam, so that which stunned the entire three worlds. So it was a Ghora Yuddha, very fierce war started between them, and then that was very disturbing to all the three worlds. Yada Kshayam Gatam Sarvam Tada Vishnur Mahabalaha Amrutam Soharat Turnam Maya Masthaya Mohinim. So Yada Sarvam Kshayam Gatam. So Yada Sarvam means here all the Devatas and Danavas, lot of Kshayam is happening on both sides, lot of loss of lives is happening on both sides. Yada Sarvam Kshayam Gatam. Or you can say the entire, so because of this great war, there was a lot of loss to the universe itself. Yada Sarvam Kshayam Gatam. So when there was a lot of loss that is happening, technically according to Tikakaras, the loss is happening on Devatas and Danavas side. So Yada Sarvam Kshayam Gatam. Vishnuhu Mahabalaha, that Vishnu who was great, who had great prowess. So Amrutam Saha Aharat Turnam. So Turnam means very quickly he appeared there and he took away that Amrutam. So there is, the popular story from Bhagavatam. This is a little different story. Vishnu appeared when these people were fighting. Suddenly he appeared there and then took away the Amrutam with him. And how did he appear? Maya Masthaya Mohinim. So Maya Masthaya Mohinim. So he appeared. He took the form of Mohini due to his Maya. So Maya Masthaya means having taken recourse to Maya, he appeared as Mohini. So Mohini, you can say that way, or you can say he took the form of this Mohini, who is herself Maya. That way also you can interpret. Mohini is somebody who attracts the people's minds. And then I think one of them had some comments to make. Mohinim Kama Moha Jananim. So that attraction is also some kind of a physical, sexual attraction. Actually, that is what they are saying. So that Mohinim Rupamasthaya. So he took that form of Mohini, and then suddenly he took away that Amrutam from these people. These people were fighting for it. He suddenly appeared and took it away. एकताभिमुखं विष्णुम् अक्षरं पुरुषोत्तमं संपिष्टास्ते तदा युद्धे विष्णुना प्रभविष्णुना. So ये so विष्णुम् अभिमुखं गताः. So ye those whoever, so when suddenly they saw that Vishnu came and took away that Amrutam from them, these people started running towards Vishnu to take it from him. So whoever ran towards him, ye Vishnum Aksharam Purushottamam Abhimukam Gataha. So those people who went towards Vishnu, who is Akshara, and then Purushottama, he's Purushottama, we have seen Purushottama earlier also, the meaning for it from Bhagavad Gita, etc. And Aksharam, Govinda Raja is telling, Akshara means Vishnu doesn't have this Shad Bhava Vikaras. So Shad Bhava Vikaras we say in Vedanta. So Asti, he exists, and then Jayate, he is born. This Shad Bhava Vikaras are there for all of us. Okay, Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Nashyati. So we exist, then we are born, and then we are growing, and then there are some modifications happening in us, and then we are losing the strength of the body, and ultimately we die. All these are called 6 bhava vikaras. Vishnu doesn't have any of them. That's why he's Akshara. So Akshara is also Kutastha Chaitanya, etc. Those things are anyway there. So Vishnum Aksharam Abhimukham Gata. So those people who ran towards this Vishnu to snatch away. So Ye here includes both Devatas and Asuras. Both of them ran towards him. Some amongst both of them ran towards him to snatch it away from him. And what did Vishnu do to them? Ye Abhimukam Gata te sampishtaha. Those people were, so in Telugu we say pindi chesesadu. That is, sampishtaha means he fought with them and made them as though they are a ball of dough. So sampishtaha means they were very badly battered by Vishnu, you can say. So sampishtaha tada yuddhe. So in a war, these people went to fight with him, and in a war Vishnu battered them very badly. So they Vishnuna Prabhavishnuna Sampishtaha. They were battered by Vishnu, who is Prabhavishnu. Prabhavishnu, Tilakakara very nicely says, no, Prabhavishnu, yeah, Tilakakara only said somewhere, let me find that. Prabhavishnuna. So Swamarthya Prakatanechhavata. So Prabhavishnu is somebody who wanted to, he wanted to display his prowess. That's why Prabhavishnu. Prabhavishnu, I think it has some technical meaning also. It comes in Vishnu Sahasranama. Anyway, not going there because we are getting late. Prabhavishnu. So this Prabhavishnu, Vishnu who wanted to display his prowess, by that Vishnu, these people were battered very badly. Whoever went to him to take that Amrutam from him, they were battered. And then Adite Ratmaja Veera Dite Putran Nijagnire Asmin Ghore Mahayuddhe Daiteyadityayor Bhrisham. So Adite Ratmajaha, the sons of Aditi, so Veeraha, who are very powerful, Ditehe Putran Nijagnire. So they conquered, or they killed lot of these Ditehe Putraha, so lot of Putran. So Ditehe Putran Nijagnire, they conquered and killed so many of Diti's children. And where Asmin Ghore Mahayuddhe, in this great battle that ensued between Daiteyadityayor Bhrisham. So Bhrisham means Atyantam. So Bhrisham means in this great war that happened between these Diti's sons and Aditi's sons. Ultimately what happened? These Aditi's sons put an end to these Diti's sons. At least to most of them they put an end. That is, they killed a lot of those Asuras. Don't ask what happened to Amrutam. Vishnu took away that Amrutam. निहत्य दितिपुत्रांस्तु राज्यं प्राप्य पुरंदरः शशास मुदितो लोकान् सर्षि संघान् सचारणान्. So Ditiputraanstu Nihatya, having killed Diti's children, Rajyam Prapya Purandaraha. Purandara is Vishnu, so having obtained his Rajyam again. So in the original Kshigasagara Manthanam, the story is Bali takes over Bali takes over Indra's Loka, and then all those things happen, and then eventually after this Kshigasagara Manthanam, there is a war and things like that, and Indra regains that his loka, Indra loka. Anyway, so Rajyam Prapya, he regained his kingdom in Amaravati. Shashasa Muditaha Lokan Sarshi Sanghan Sacharanan. So Shashasa means he ruled over this entire world. Lokan means people. That is the entire world. He ruled over Muditaha very happily. Shashasa very happily he ruled over this Lokan, Sarshi Sanghan, Sacharanan. So there's all these people along with the rishis, and then Rishi Sanghas, that is groups of rishis, and Sacharanan along with these Charanas. That is, he ruled over this human world, and then which consists of humans. He ruled over this universe which consists of humans, Rishi Sanghas, and then Charanas, etc. He ruled over. And then one small comment that actually one small phrase that they are adding here, Rajyam Prapya means Amrutam also he got. Ultimately, as Mohini, he gave that Amrutam to Devatas. That is implied, they are saying. And then all the other things that have been missed out, that also you should include from the other Puranas, Bhagavatam, etc. It is there. So you have to include those things also. One small discussion is there. I will very quickly tell you. Not very important, but then it's there. So I am telling you, all the three commentators are making it. That is that they are saying many of the shlokas here are. So Tilakakara is telling possibly they are prakshiptas. So from where he is specifically pointing out from so Mamanthur Amitaujasaha from 19th shloka onwards, till Ayurveda Mayaha Puman, so till 31st shloka, those shlokas are all interpolated. He is telling possibly, so he is telling many people are saying that these shlokas are interpolated, and he leaves it at that. And then Govinda Raja says actually not just 13 shlokas, but 32 shlokas are interpolated. Govinda Raja is telling, but then Shiromani Kara is telling, see, Tilaka Kara is just telling people are saying that it is interpolated, so he doesn't mean they are interpolated. And then Maheshwara Tirtha, a very more ancient Vyakhyakara, even before Tilakakara he was there. So he also has not mentioned anywhere that there is any interpolation. And then there is no basis whatsoever for Bhushanakara saying that 32 shlokas are interpolated. So Shiromani Kara is ultimately saying nothing is interpolated, all shlokas are there. The idea, because we have been following Tilakakara has commented on all the verses, and he's telling some people are saying that these 13 shlokas are interpolated. Like I said, Bhujanakara is telling 32 shlokas. Shiromani Kara is telling 32 is too much. At least say 13 like Tilakakara. But then Tilakakara also he's not telling as his opinion. He's telling some other people are telling like that. And there is no pramana for it. So nothing is interpolated. Be that as it may, the point is Tilakakara is saying why people are saying these are interpolated is because, see, other details of Sagara Mathanam, like how he distributed Amrutam to Devatas and not to Asuras, and how he put an end to Rahu. And then I am adding that he did not explain other things that came out of Sagara Mathanam. Those things are not there. Therefore, some people are telling that this is all interpolation. He could have directly said they did Sagara Mathanam and got Amrutam. He could have just gone up till there. They are telling. Anyway, be that as it may, all the shlokas we have seen. And on this very auspicious Lakshmi Puja day, we have seen Sagara Mathanam incidentally. Though Lakshmi's Avirbhava is not specifically mentioned here, but we know from Bhagavatam, Vishnu Puranam, etc., Lakshmi Devi has also come out from this very same Sagara Mathanam. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adi Kavye Balakande Panchachatvarimsha Sargaha. Lakshmi Devi will come later. In Balakanda, as Sita Devi, she will come to us. ओम यत्र यत्र रघुनाथ कीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम तत्सत् श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु ओम. So if there is anything